Hey y'all, welcome back to Wind Down with Lee. I'm not gonna do a long intro. I know I probably look weird, but if you want to see what I'm doing today outside of looking at the thumbnail, keep watching.
Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand.
Jumping right into it, you know how we do. So today we are going to get into what is a glam look versus kind of a natural look. I'm going to take you there on one side of my face versus the other side of my face. I'm going in with the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1. It is a primer, concealer, powder, and BB cream all in one. So foundation, it is not. All right, next I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shades 360 and the shades 365. That is 360 and this is 365. 365 is Nutmeg Mocha. So they're two different shades and I kind of mix them together. We'll get this put on and be right back. Okay, before we go any further, I want to dial it back just a second because I want to show you my brow. This brow is done for the glam side. This brow is done for the naturalista. Now we will go on to do our contour and we will be using none other than a Maybelline product, of course, and it is the Super Stay, and I'm going to be using the shade 57 on our natural side, and I'll be using the same thing that I use for my brow on the glam side because you want to make sure that when you're using anything on your brow that it is the same shade. Now on the naturalista side, you notice that I'm going to go very light as far as my product use, and I am going to also do one eye at a time because this stuff dries pretty doggone and quick. Okay. Okay, my naturalistas, as you can see, it appears that we have absolutely nothing on, and typically I know that's the way you like it. I'm going to take another small sponge and I'm going to go in with the lighter color of the pressed powder, which is the mocha, and I'm going to apply that under my eye. There, see? Or not see, should I say? This is keeping your eye neutral so that you don't look like you are glowing from the stars. And that's that. You'll set that in place so you don't crease, and we'll leave that side as such for now, and we'll go over to this creasing side and take care of that. Application is generally the same, the product is different. Okay, it's brighter basically. This one is in the shade 40 Caramel. Let that dry down a little bit. Just be mindful that this one does dry down a little bit faster than the other one, so you don't want to sit for too long. Okay, you don't want to sit for too long, trust me. Let's take our damp beauty blender and get to blending. I'm squeezing it so that I can have more control over it, and I'm patting it in. Notice when I get to the outside, I'm going to take it up into my eye. Also notice that I'm doing the outer portions first to give the inner portion a little more time to dry and give me more coverage. So this is the coverage that you get when you get a glam eye. This is giving eye. This is giving that bright eye that everybody looks for. You had some overage and you weren't very good at controlling it with your sponge. That's when you would go back in with your actual brush and you would use that to just kind of clean up before you put on any bronzer or any other product. You would use that to clean up. We'll go ahead and set this side with the pressed powder. However, on this side, I'm going to use a lighter shade of powder because, of course, this is the glam side. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Camo Foundation Powder in medium 375 because it is a little lighter. Taking a dry brush. But why do I keep saying brush? Girl, I'm going to be taking a dry beauty blender, right? And I'm going to go under my eye with it, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not setting creases like I said before. So excuse me while I block your view and blend this in so you can see the lighter. And I don't go like a light shade because that's not me. It's a light shade. It's a light shade for me. Okay, this is what I call holding it in place for me. So I actually set it with my setting powder, which are my Naturalistas. Here we go. We're going back in with our concealer. We're gonna put a tad bit right here on our eyes, and we're gonna blend it out just like that. Right? Boom, bam, bam, bada bing, bam, boom, bow, bow, bow. That's it. Now we're gonna go in with some setting powder. Take the beauty blender that we used to put the setting powder on our face, dap it off in the back of our hand, and we're gonna set the eye. What about bow, 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 boom. Straight like so. And that's that. You're more than welcome to wear your eye like this with some eyeliner and some mascara. Mascara? Who speaks like that? No, you are more than welcome to wear your eye like this with some mascara, walk on out the door, and you are good to go. You know, as far as your eye goes. We're not done with the makeup. Calm down. For the purposes of this video, we're going to take it a step further. Okay, we're going to go in with our bronzer. That's all we're going to do. Look at this bronzer. Now I'm going to show you this. 2. Bam, bam, bam. 2. It's just 2. 2. You got to work with 2 colors, okay, sister? 2 colors. Don't even do me like that, okay? 2. And if I had short nails, I'll show you how to do it with these paws, okay? I gotta go on my brush, okay, sis? I'm sorry. Taking that darker color first, putting it right on the outside, outer portion, just like that. We just darken up that eye. You see that? Just give it a little shrink, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Dust that same brush off, that same brush, and you can leave it like this too. Now, if you want to, you can leave it like that too. But we're gonna go in with that second color, and we're gonna put it right in front. Just cater it to your eye. Make sure you look in your mirror, and just make sure that the depth is catered to your eye. That's it. Boom, you're done. My son over there making that beat. All right, we're going back in with this for my Naturalistas. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to you glam side. Don't worry. I'm gonna take the lighter shade, okay? Get you a nice fluffy angled brush. Okay, this one is the Morphe E4 brush. All right, moving forward for my glam side, almost the same deal, right? Go in with my concealer. Maintain that control because you don't want it everywhere. Be careful not to get it below because you already set that portion. Then we're going to set this too. The only difference is we're going to go in with a translucent powder. The translucent powder that I'm going to use is by Dermablend, and it's white. And I'm going to take the opposite side of the beauty blender that I use for the pressed powder, and I'm going to put it here. Ooh, probably put a little too much there, but that's okay. Reason I'm using a white translucent powder is because I don't want my colors to change colors. So we don't want that. We don't want that. Now, take your palette. What do I choose today? I choose you. My Assorted Candy Lady palette. I'm going with a more dense brush so that I can pick up more color, right? All right, glam eye. This is a cut crease. I have several videos on cut creases, and I use the Candy Lady Cosmetics, of course. My color scheme was basically the neutrals. I used the top row to cut my crease, and then I used the brown to do my transition color. So, bam. That was that. Now, let's get into this contour. Here, we go here. Pull the hair back. Duh. Hair. 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 Look, hair, here. And then we'll do one here because we're just doing half the face. We're going to do contour and we're going to do bronzing. Notice on the Naturalista side, all we did was bronze. We didn't do a contour. No need to contour because we're not trying to get that defined super snatched to the gods look. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Half of my head, yeah. This is gonna be weird. But one half like this, I guess, and one half like with this thing. I'm trying. Work with me. Bear with me. Let that sit for a little bit. Because you can still do the contour on your forehead if you want to when you're doing your naturalista side as well. Then we're going to go in with the dark shade of the contour here. The bronzer, I'm sorry. The dark shade of the bronzer on top of that contour. You see this side is not as defined as this side. Difference. Now y'all work with me. Y'all bear with me here. Squish my... I told y'all that stuff dry quick. It dry like none other. Trying to give y'all the most realistic of how this will look on both sides. I hope you can see like the difference. I hope it comes across on camera better than I can see it here. Oh, what did I do? Did it pick up something off the table? Let me use the back side. We ain't gonna use that. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it picked up something off the table or what. Okay, now remember what I told you about the foundation brush, right? So looking at my face in the camera, I look really weird. I'm looking at myself like, whoa. When I do my contour, sometimes I come down just a tad bit too far. So for me, when I fix it, I'll take my foundation brush and I'll kind of do this. Because nothing is set on my face. So remember, my foundation is still on my brush. So I can use that to kind of clean up where I've over contoured. Hopefully you can see what I mean. And this is the same thing that happens when you do this for your concealer. If you over conceal, it just brings everything back. You typically don't have to worry about that on the naturalista side because you don't do too much on that side. All right, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and set my face. And for the naturalista side, I'm going to go ahead and use the Laura Mercier. So taking my same beauty sponge that I used on this side for the press powder, I'm going to use this to press in. Notice what I said. I'm pressing it in. Pressing in the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm taking it to the head. To that one side. Now on my Glam side, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade Hazelnut. Dab it off in the back of my hand and pressing this in as well. And if you can already see that, it is definitely lighter. And I'm going to let that sit while I actually do my eyes. So I'm going to do my eyes, throw on my lashes, come back, and I'm going to show you the finished look so you can tell me which side you prefer. Are you team naturalista or are you team glam? Okay, baby. All right, my beautifuls, this is it. This is the final look. I know some of you will like one side more than the other, or you may have fallen in love with what you thought was one thing over the other. But however, leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure you check out some of the other videos that I have recorded. If you want to know some of the things that I didn't show here in more detail, go ahead and check out some of the other videos. Why not? You know, why not? Also, if you are watching my videos, don't be afraid to share, because someone else might, you know, take something from these videos and actually benefit from. Yeah, I am partial to neither side. I could rock either one. The only thing that I would say is that if I went with the natural side, I am still a lash type of girl. So it probably wouldn't be this type of lash, but I would still rock a lash. That's the only difference. Other than that, you know what it is. If you are not a part of the Wine Down with Lee family, make sure you hit the subscribe bell. Come on back now you're here, because we enjoy having you. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.